from Crafty Kendra, and today I'm going to show you how to make this scrapbook page, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring in our scrapbooking base, and it's a 6" by 6" piece of Bashful Blue. And on top of that, we're going to layer a 4" by 3" piece of Pacific Point. And we're going to just attach it up into the top right hand corner with about 1/8 inch border along the top and right side. Okay, and we're going to set that aside. Next thing we're going to do is I've gone ahead and I've used some punches and I've punched out some shapes. And these patterns right here are from the Celebrations paper pack, and they're just a few of the scraps I have. And this is Old Olive. This is an Old Olive 1 3/4 by 7/8 inch oval. This is a 1 3/8 inch circle. And this is the 2" by 1 3/8 inch oval piece. And what we're going to do is, with the two that we have out of the Designer Series paper, we're going to take our Bashful Blue and our sponge, and we're just going to sponge the edges lightly so that it looks like they have a little bit of a curve to them to make the balloons look more 3D. We're going to do the same thing with our Old Olive piece, but we're actually going to sponge it with Old Olive. And this is Old Olive textured cardstock. You can use smooth, but I like to use the texture just for a little bit of a difference. Okay. Now, it's hard to see on my sample, but you'll notice that our balloons actually have some little tails. And we're going to go ahead and cut out those tails, and you only need to worry about cutting out the tails for these two pieces, because this one is in the background and you can't see its tail, so it doesn't need to have one. Now we're going to make the tails. We're just going to bring in some scrap of our cardstock, and you're going to cut a triangle shape, but instead of making it come to a point, you're going to have it come up a little bit, so it looks like a pyramid with the top cut off. And you're going to do that for both of these. And there's no right or wrong size to do for them. But after you have them cut, you're going to go ahead and sponge them with the coordinating ink color as well. Okay, we're going to flip our balloons over and add a little bit of snail, and then attach the tail behind it, just like that. And we're going to do that with both pieces. Okay, next thing we're going to do is bring in some mini glue dots. I'm going to attach a mini glue dot to the bottom center back of this piece. And then I'm going to bring in a piece of 1/8 inch certainly celery ribbon, and I'm going to fold it like that and attach it to the back of this balloon. Okay, and with these two balloons, what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring in our ribbon, and we're going to tie a double knot. So we tie our first knot just like that, Then we go and we tie another. Then whenever we got it how we want it, we're going to take and put a mini glue dot on the back of that, and then we're going to place it where our tail and our balloon base meet, just like that. Going to do the same thing with our old olive balloon. Glue dot. Attach it to our balloon. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring back in our scrapbook page. We're going to go ahead and start adhering down our balloons. Now, like I said, this one goes in the back and it's going to adhere straight down to our scrapbook page with snail. Okay. And these other two balloons we're going to attach using dimensionals. So I'm just going to attach 2 dimensionals to the back of the little circle balloon. We're going to attach it where we want it. Okay, then we're going to attach 2 to the back of our old olive balloon. Attach it where we want it, and so long as your dimensionals don't get onto the specific point, your picture will slide underneath this balloon a little bit and just add some more dimension. Next thing we're going to do is bring in a piece of linen thread, and you only need it to be about 3 inches long. What you're going to do is you're just going to bring all the tails of your balloons together. And whichever way they're going to lay flat the best, just like that. Going to slide your linen thread underneath all of them. You're going to again tie a double knot to keep them from moving apart. Just like that. And you're just going to trim off that linen thread so you just have what you need to hold them together. Okay, I'm going to use my ribbon scissors and I'm going to just shorten up these extra little tails at the top of my balloons like that. I'm also going to go ahead and shorten up the tails of my balloons so they don't go past my page. And now I still keep them at different lengths, but you can cut them all the same if you want. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is set this aside and bring in a 6" by 1 1/4 inch piece of Bashful Blue, and I ran it through my Big Shot using one of the textures plates from the Backgrounds 1 set, and this is the small polka dots, as you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to get our sponge dauber that has Bashful Blue ink, and we're going to start off our background and sponge on and over so that we really make it pop. We're just going to keep doing that across the whole thing. And the reason why you start off and end off is so that you don't get big circles of blue on there. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and flip it over and attach some snail. Bring back in our scrapbook base, and we're going to slide it underneath our balloon tails, and it's going to be flush to the bottom of our scrapbooking page. just like that. And you can really tell the difference in what we sponged and what wasn't sponged. It just makes it slightly darker. Okay, next thing we're going to do is bring in the Happy Birthday stamp. And this is from the All Holidays stamp set. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp it in a real red ink right down here on the bottom right hand corner. Just like that. And our last step for this page is one more layer, and it's a 2" by 2" real red square. Just going to attach 2 Stampin' Dimensionals. And then what we're going to do is we're going to attach it right there for a second photo mat. So this way you can have a big picture of the birthday boy or girl right here, and then an accent picture of either the cake, a party favor, or something, just to kind of tie it in but not take away from the main photo. The last thing on our page is we're going to take a mini glue dot again, and we're going to put it right behind this linen thread that's holding our tails together. Okay, and whenever we go to set it down, we're going to make sure that we pull each one of our tails so that it's going to be straight and down, just like that. And that finishes off our scrapbook page. I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's all I have for you. Thanks.